Well, what's up, you guys? Welcome to another episode of Sex Talk with T. Graye right here on WEMS Radio. This is THC in your CBD Tuesday. Bet y'all can't say that 3 times fast. And coming in tonight, you guys, to talk about cannabis, talk about its benefits, and talk about how it can definitely amp up or bring down that sex life. I have the owner and CEO of the Canna Bar, also bringing on her president, keeping it in the fam. They're doing big things, Black women in the DMV, making cannabis more than just medical. I'm super excited to have these ladies on. I have Nima Ali and Faith. Come on in, you guys.
Hey.
Welcome, ladies, to Sex Talk with T. Graye. I am super excited to have you all on. So for THC in your CBD Tuesdays, people go to CBD or THC to help all kinds of things. From being terminally ill to just having a headache that night. People use it for so many different things, but people also are using it to enhance their sex lives. Coming from a medical standpoint, this being your baby, Nima, what do you think the benefits are medically for your sex life when you add a little THC or CBD in there?
I mean, a little THC and a little CBD always go a very long way. I mean, the benefits are grand because it definitely puts you in a very relaxed mode. You know what I mean? It allows you to lose a little bit. It allows you to get. Some people are very uptight. Some people may have trauma, so they may be experiencing, different things. It allows you to be able to relax and let go. Enhance a little bit more sensation than normal, take you up a little bit. You might be a little regular, but then you have jazz or apples or a lemonade or a piece of candy, and then once it processes through that lip and it hits the system, you're like, hey baby, how you doing? But to give a little bit more enhancement to the libido for us as women, can give a little bit more stamina. I make some trail mix that I've gotten few reviews from men that tell me, give them a little bit of their girls, their girlfriends have told me that they don't do cannabis, they don't smoke, they don't do anything, but they eat the trail mix and it gives them a little bit more. So, I mean, I'm finding it very satisfying being in this industry. I know they've come out with some different flavors in Maryland, DC area, Sexy Time, and all different type of things that also has cannabis in it for you to be able to use as a topical. A woman can use it on the inside, the man can then, you have a little shit going on and they turn it up a little bit, get the blood vessels in there going. Hey,
ain't nothing wrong with that. So you're right, there are a lot of products. I know people are really kind of now getting into the lubes and things of that nature where it gives you that localized high. And I was like, shit, if somebody could just get my coochie high, I don't know what to do.
Hey, what? Yes, right.
Like, who's
still looking for that one too? Still looking at
a grand idea too.
Yeah,
and like they came out with they have the Epsom salts, the bath salt. So you soak in the tub, light some candles, have a little Stella Blue. Your boo about to pull up, put on your fresh, cologne, little Gucci something, lipstick popping. You ain't even smoked. You just sat in your bath salts.
And then feel fantastic.
That sounds amazing.
It's happy.
Indeed. So, Miss Faye,
representing Texas tribe over here. That
so, Miss Faye, you have been brought into a movement Definitely a movement. One, because now so many things are becoming legal, and so that gives another space, another business space to people.
Right.
But you all are Black women doing this, and very rarely do you see us in the background. I know in Maryland there's only two Black owned dispensaries so far, and one of them is owned by a woman. And I know that she had to go through a lot to get that dispensary. I know that the man who opened up one, because he was Black, had to go through more than anybody else had to
Right.
just to be able to open it. Um, have you had any challenges trying to have this movement going? Has there been any challenges to kind of just getting the word out, or just, being a Black woman building this? Has there been any challenges?
I mean, I feel like everything that you do is going to have challenges. It's just a matter of if you keep going and if you let it stop you. I worked in a dispensary for a year. I helped open a dispensary. And one of the things was dealing with one of the medical companies here in Maryland. Yeah, they for a minute was definitely trying to stop the Black community from getting in and doing anything. They was putting a mandate out, like everything had to come through them. They had to make decisions on, they wanted to make decisions because they were one of the first licenses, and they hold the highest ranking license in the area. But yeah, they tried to X us out, in which they're still trying to X us out as they do with everything else in the industry. But I just believe if you educate yourself, if you maintain your integrity, and you have a good posture of character, it's always a way around you being able to do what you do. Us as Black people, we always be the underdogs underground, and then we just come up and boom, we take over. That's how I'm gonna be.
Exactly
Underground,
right.
underdog. Right now I'm building from scratch. I'm building organically. I ain't had 5 million to come in and do. I started with a stir fry.
Mm-hmm.
We made 100,000, and now I need a president, and now I need a business manager, and now I need somebody to help me make some more money, more money, more money, because everybody can't get the license. I do have something for those that want help with getting licenses. I do have my caregiver license number here in Maryland, where I could be a caregiver for anybody that can't make it to a dispensary. I can take on 50 patients. You know what I mean? You can have 50 patients on one caregiver number. So I'm trying to help the veterans, the people that don't want to get outside, having a mobile cannabis bar. I'm trying to be wherever cannabis is allowed. We were set up in restaurants. We've been set up in lounges. We've been set up in music studios. We've been set up at your birthday party. We've been out with white people out Lynchburg doing weddings. That's now like, this is our family.
That's
You
the
know what I
thing,
mean?
though.
So
Now, actually, yeah.
we want to be able to pull up. That's why my favorite things are pull up and, hey, let's get it popping. You know what I mean? And that just makes it fun. But on a real sense, PTSD is on the all-time high. Anxiety is on the all-time high. Chronic pain is on the all-time high. Insomnia is on the all-time high. And erectile dysfunction is the number one medication out here being sold. So at the end of the day, everybody needs medication.
Right.
We can't fight the war on drugs in real life. We just
Right.
can't, because
Right.
the government is in control of that. Let's start with why cannabis was deemed. Government, it's a plant. God made it. Two seeds.
Right.
What you doing? You can't control it. You can't figure out how really to make money yourself off of it. So you're not going to tell me that from the beginning of the times, when they decided to put a ding on this, you approve alcohol that kills people. I mean, people get drunk and they literally kill people off of alcohol. Now, with cannabis, you're going to get high and you're going to drive slow. You're going to get the ticket for slow. I
Well,
find
I
myself
will
sometimes like,
be very
uh-oh.
honest and say that if I've ever been high, I do drive fantastic. I do. That's the only time I drive the speed limit ever. But so you mentioned something that is very important and that I did want to touch on tonight is erectile dysfunction, as well as a woman's libido. THC has been known to definitely help with those things, and it's so interesting that men are on a lot of medications where the side effect is erectile dysfunction. So you
Right.
could very well get that from the medication that you're on, and then turn around and you have to take another medicine to have to fix that. But even before we reach the bedroom, even before that becomes an issue, the enhancement is something that I feel like people should really kind of understand and get into. So, Miss Faith, are there certain things that you would suggest we try to enhance, or are there certain things that you suggest we try on the back end for the dysfunction or for a woman's libido?
Well, as far as things to try, the only thing I can suggest is are a certain number of strains, and that is from experience and from educating myself beforehand, afterwards,
Hold
and
on,
still educating
let me
myself.
get this, pen and paper real quick before I place me in order.
Well, first and foremost, I'm going to piggyback off of what
www.bcclub.com for that
say
order.
it,
Let's go. Hey.
say it, and I'm gonna piggyback off of what my cousin said. Some of the things she was saying as far as the medicinal qualities, it definitely heightens arousal.
Mhm.
It
Yes.
definitely helps with, I won't say help, but it aids stronger orgasms. And again, these are things that you can read on, but these are also things from experience.
Yes.
And
Yes.
so we're going to go there. And it also gives certain strains, and I won't say certain, the ones that I'm going to say, they have greater satisfaction in general. They give a heightened sense of just all around, from the full body, the touch, intensity and of the touch. And I'm gonna say this: a Kush will do that all day,
All day.
all day long. A Kush
Yes.
will do that all day. Some of my favorite Kush strains are the Master Kush, a Skywalker, or Bubba Kush. Those three, they're wonderful. And
Wait,
my
don't
cousin
leave
is
out an
called,
OG Kush though. You can't leave
well,
out an OG
OG
Kush.
Kush is that's the original. That's an
No,
original.
I
that
That's an
that
original.
OG Kush always take you back to the beginning when you. It's like when you first start really trying weed, and it was the chronic, and it took you to
you
a
know,
whole nother level. It
you
was like,
know,
wait a minute, what is this? I went from Reggie to like a real
right.
euphoric feeling. Like, wow, this is amazing.
And I think some
Hello.
of the things, and Nima, you can expand on this as well. Some of the things to realize in these strains that we're talking about. Again, Granddaddy Purple is a great strain.
Absolutely.
Strain.
That
Blue
used to be my
Dream.
favorite.
Blue Dream. That's a
Blue
sativa.
Dream is still my favorite.
It is, and it's a great. That's a sativa, so it's going to give you all of the good stuff, and you're going to have a lot of energy with that. So if you're looking for a good long session, you ain't looking to waste your time. That's a good strain to do it with. But again,
And
all of
good
these strains,
creativity.
indeed, you throw out all inhibitions with that type of strain. But again, the thing that to remember with these are the terpenes in it. And again, Nima can speak some more about the terpenes and again, and get me on the back end of this, but terpenes, for educational purposes, are the compounds that are responsible for the flavor and the smell in the flower.
Absolutely.
And again, they're the ones they're that's the thing in the flower that gives you all of that, good feeling and stuff.
So it
And
gives you
Nima,
the
speak about
taste.
it. There you
It
go.
gives you a little taste. It gives you the smell, and it
Mhm.
actually gives you the medicinal sense. You want to know. It's why I always say journaling your cannabis experience. If you really are focusing on using cannabis as a aid in different things that you have going on, really writing down your experience with each plant that rock with. Well, no matter however, if whatever you're doing, whether you're eating it or if you're smoking it or if you're drinking it, however, if you're topical, you just want to know what you're doing. So learning those terpenes. Now, I will say terpenes to me is when you are getting very technical in the plant. Everybody's not getting technical. Even here in Maryland, that
Right.
the dispensary I came from, we were patient care specialists versus being called bud tenders. We were really wanting to sit down and talk to you about what's going on. How can we medically help you? We had a pharmacist on staff, giving you the ultimate care. It was very important. So we
Mhm.
had to get into learning about terpenes and limonene and myrcene, and it's a lot that you really want to study. It's not something that we could sit here, we could pull it up and we could run through all of them. um I will say personally, me, if I have flour, I can't have any flour. I have severe anxiety. I have panic attacks. So I might smoke something if I choose to smoke. And I like smoking, you guys, sometimes because I have PTSD, I have anxiety, I have chronic pain. So sometimes I need my medicine to go immediately.
Right.
The fastest way for it to get to the body is smoking. I didn't smoke from 2017 to 2020. Now I love the good church people to say, "Oh, that's a sin and that ain't of God and that's the devil and God gonna strike you down and you're going to hell."
Right.
Well, who is gonna strike down with these prescription drugs that I'm allergic to that I cannot
Baby.
take? I
Cannot.
mean, my
Right.
liver is at capacity with prescription drugs in real life. In real
Mhm.
life.
Mhm.
Um, You're not gonna tell me God is going to do anything to me other because I need to have a little 2020 twin for my health.
Yeah.
Hello, for my
Yeah.
health. So those
Right.
terpenes, they give us what we need. I need limonene. Limonene and myrcene are two of the ones that I need, and both of those are very relaxing. They relax you. Limonene has that lemony taste. You know what I mean? Like everybody loved sour diesel. It was
Sour
it was
diesel is
a
a good strain.
very popular strain. And for a minute, all I just needed to find was a little sour diesel. I don't, I ain't hoovered out. Like I ain't a stoner like back in the day,
Mhm.
when
Mhm.
you, but medically, I need something to have those two in it as the dominant for me. So
Right.
everyone has to learn, I always tell people study to show thyself approved, which is true facts before you start doing anything, even the medications. If people literally read their medications, I don't
Mhm.
believe people would
I
literally
wouldn't take
take
it.
them. Because
Right.
when I started having anxiety, and I remember even going through some medical things that made me depressed at one point.
Mhm.
Why are you giving me medication that is making me depressed? Why are you giving me medication that's having me have different type of thoughts in my head that these thoughts wasn't there when 2 pills ago? Wait, I only took 2 pills and people telling me I'm different and I'm feeling different. I'm thinking different. I'm not motivated at all. And this is supposed to help me. How is this helping me?
Mhm.
But when I take cannabis and I know I need a sativa for the daytime because I can be a little down when I get up and I need something that's going to give me some energy and make me creative and make me happy and make me want to move and make me want to maybe have a little snack if I got a bad time with my stomach and I want to eat. I need a
Mhm.
sativa. But then later on in the evening, I'm gonna need that indica because I've
Right.
been on 10 and now I need to relax and I need to calm down and I might want to get a little intimate with my husband and you know what I mean? I might
Mhm.
want to sit in the bathtub and w- I might need a little arousal. I'm gonna have some indica at that point. You know what I mean? But still, it gotta have the myrcene and the limonene in it for me because I want to relax.
Mhm.
So cannabis is amazing. I've seen people with Parkinson's disease
Mhm.
shaking, not able to open the door coming to the dispensary, got to bring somebody with them to the point
Mhm.
they coming back by themselves. They able to open the door. They able to not even really use their cane like they was the first time when they barely could stand. And they
Mhm.
like, I don't want to run out of this medicine now that I have
Right.
this
Right.
medication. And I mean, you cry. You literally cry to see the beauty in where that person was,
Mhm.
and now they coming back to get their medicine, and they just so happy. They don't have their son or daughter with them. They like, how you doing, ma'am? I'm here to get some more. And I feel
Right.
so good. That's
So
amazing.
it's definitely a healer.
It is.
It's a healer.
It is. My mom was diagnosed years and years ago with fibromyalgia, and
Mhm.
about 5 or 6 years ago, my nephew, who was an employee at the dispensary at one of the dispensaries here, we continued to talk to her, educating her about the medicinal benefits of cannabis. And, my mom's never smoked drugs in her life, never smoked a cigarette. My mom's not even a big drinker. She might have
Mhm.
a margarita. She's hanging out with her girls, but my mom is straight laced. Gave my mom the first thing she tried was it was a 1-to-1, but it was, well, it wasn't 1-to-1. It was more CBD than
It was
THC.
CBD. Yeah, I was about to say
It was more CBD than THC, but just so she could get the feeling of the pain portion
relaxation and
helping her,
pain.
right,
Right.
and then the CB and the THC just as another effect, just to kind of balance it out for her, so she didn't go to sleep. And
Mhm.
once she got into that, a few months later, she was like, I think I'm really liking this thing. She said, I want to try something with a little bit more THC. So now if she does THC, a straight 1-to-1, or she'll do something with more CBD, but she counts on that. She definitely depends on cannabis more than medication. She doesn't even take the medication for fibromyalgia anymore.
Okay. Okay.
So
So, do you
Absolutely.
all have a website for people to go to?
a couple of
We
them.
have a website. We have a delivery service here in DC.
Mhm.
Mhm.
It's www.thedcclub.com. We have all things cannabis on there right now. We are focusing on flower, but we have the Medicaid bar, which is our edible bar as well. So for all things edibles, you can go to our Instagram page at the Medicanna Bar, TheMediCannaBar, the Medi, short for medical, canna, short for cannabis, bar. Let's go. We mobile. We pull up. And then we have
Okay.
that DC Club, the delivery service. So you guys can go on the website, place an order. You will get, one of our call center young ladies or gentlemen, and we will deliver right to your door. And we also are we want to build a scheduled luxury delivery service where, you can schedule it and we can come and deliver it at your door. So that's what we want to work on. Not, you
That's
know,
dope. That's dope.
being in parking lots and having people meet us, and it being, to me, that just feels unsafe.
Right.
Looks a little suspect. Okay.
Looks
Part
suspect.
two.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
with there being so many pros, my question, of course, would be, what are the cons? But this is the perspective that I'm coming from. So, you guys, give me a second. Let me tell this story. Um, I used to smoke every day. Okay. And at the time, I was in a relationship. And so I never really had sex when I was not high. Maybe 4 or 5 times over, several years.
Wow.
And so I had made a decision to stop smoking. And once I stopped smoking, I realized that the sex was not pleasurable
Oh, wow.
at all. So, do you think that people should? I'm trying to think of the best way to word this question. Do you think that that could be a legitimate con to using THC or CBD or something regularly to enhance your sex life? Do you think that could be a legitimate con, that it could be almost like creating an illusion that you're having great sex when in actuality you're not?
I think that's an individual thing, because I've had great sex without the aid of cannabis. So I
Mhm.
think that is an individual thing and probably a mindset. And maybe you weren't as attracted to him as you thought you were. I mean, who knows?
Well, what cannabis can do is it can give you that illusion because you are feeling a certain way. Your sensitivity is what it is, and they could have bad sex and then you have sex with them and you're not high, but it also is ultimately the feeling and the emotion to me behind the person, because ultimately cannabis is going to bring out exactly how you feel. My
Exactly.
mom is not a big cannabis person. So when she takes it, it is a negative effect, period, because she had a negative mind frame before she actually took it. It wasn't her friend. She just like, I'm frustrated with everything that's not working. I can't sleep. And now I'm just going to try your stuff. But it's not your friend. You have to nurture it, you have to love it. You know what I mean? Another con is for you as a woman is it can cause some vaginal dryness. The mucous membranes can dry up a little bit for us. You know what I mean? Just based upon where we are, what else is going on, what our diet is like, everything factors in. We can never just pinpoint it to cannabis. Some men they get a arousal that is amazing and they can't even get themselves together. Some men, it's doing nothing for them. It makes them the total opposite. It shuts down the blood vessels in their erection. So the erection is not happening the way that they want it to happen. To me, even all of that, to me personally, is it's a mind think situation for some people too, to me. But the body has an endocannabinoid system. We need cannabis, whether it's CBD or whether it's THC. If you are having some trouble on the THC side, because it do give you that euphoric feeling, and it heightens, it might make you too excited where you like, eh. And if you on some medications, your medications may be over empowering. And then the other thing, gentlemen, let's be real. Y'all don't really like to go to the hospital. Y'all don't like
Talk
to go to
to me.
doctors.
Talk
So
to
y'all may be sitting up and y'all blaming the woman. You
me.
may be blaming the weed, when all actuality is that high blood pressure and that diabetes is tapping on your door and you haven't gone to get checked yet. So, you have to check every box and peel the onion back before you can start saying what it is. Cannabis is definitely a personal experience, but most in any, I always get good feedback. I very seldom, But now we do have some people they pass out off of it as well. They can smoke and they pass out. I have yet to find out what that is or what the disconnect or the connection is, because like my cousin, he'll pass out if he smoke a blunt, but if he smoke a white boy, he don't. So is it the tobacco and the cannabis mixed together?
Yeah,
You know what I
probably
mean? So it's all an
right.
individual experience. That's why we all should be writing it down, talking about it, in our own from our own experience, but never advising. I don't
Right.
like to advise. I always like to say, hey, you definitely have to try it for yourself.
Right. Right. Most definitely.
Which is
Um,
again why I did
Go ahead.
the disclaimer about these strains are ones that I have tried. This is a
Mhm.
personal experience for me, so
Hmm.
it is definitely a personal experience.
So let's talk that. Let's talk experiences.
Mhm.
Let's talk about your best high sex.
Oh wow.
Hmm. Well, I'm a part of the sexless tribe, so let me think back
Oh
to when the last time I had
no.
sex.
It's been a while for me, but I can recall several great sex sessions. Them being some being very long, um, with enhancement from cannabis, some without the enhancement of cannabis, but the longer ones were definitely with cannabis use. And I'm
Mhm.
talking like into the next day, morning type.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm talking like 6, 8 hours. Like no bull, and I don't need the I don't have my receipts. I don't need them, but each of my people do. So I'm gonna say that.
Michael Barnes, okay, with your questions this evening, sir. He
What
says,
about weed and
what
alcohol?
about weed and alcohol plus
Alcohol doesn't do it for
sex?
me.
Yeah,
So
that's a cocktail.
I think the weed and alcohol plus sex is very subjective
Yeah.
because everybody's going to respond differently.
Different.
You know what
They
I
are.
mean? One, it's the type of alcohol, and then two,
Mhm.
the type of weed. So you could have two things that are working against each other that will
Right.
prove for an
Exactly. That's what I was gonna
unsavory
say.
night. You
They
know what
don't
I
work
mean?
for me together.
Yeah, and most of the times from just remembering back in the non professional life, most people that were cocktailing, they kind of sloppy. You know, they be tipsy, but then they down a little bit. They be, you know, it was never. I can't say. It's like most people that want cannabis, they're not even real big drinkers. Now, some
Right.
people, I've done parties where
Right.
they want to mix a little alcohol in the THC juice,
Mm.
and cocktail it that way, because I do make an infused lemonade and they like it and they want to have a little vodka or something mixed in, um, with their drinks. And I've done that. But I will say I've given less alcohol. I've put probably a cap full of the vodka in the drink and filled it up with the THC, and it's not really where they get out of order. Because you know, people they they get rowdy when the drink get, and then the next thing you know, they sleep. That's not fun.
Yeah. 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 So I can just
That's
say,
not
like,
any fun.
I'm definitely more of a smoker than a drinker.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's just because I'm just not really a big drinker.
Right.
But even if I were, I think it would definitely cancel out my high. Like the alcohol is gonna lay me out
Yeah.
faster than any weed would, indica or not. You know what I mean? So when you do those things, since I'm talking directly to my friend right now, sir,
Oh.
if and when, if and when you do those two things or your partner together, whoever it may be careful. Okay. Be
Mm-hmm.
careful. You might get into some sex that your ass really can't handle.
Hey,
Yikes.
You might,
you
or
might.
you might be sleep, Nick.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
might.
Get nothing.
Exactly.
It could go either way. So flip it a coin. So flip it a
Flip
coin.
the
How about
coin.
one of you drink and one of you be high, and then everybody be happy?
Absolutely.
He
I
said
don't.
so. It
I
doesn't work.
wouldn't. I wouldn't. I'm not gonna say they don't go together. I'm not gonna say they can't coexist. I'm gonna say just be mindful and be careful. You know, it is, to me, it's oil and water. You know, I don't really like to mix the two. So
Yeah, and
stay high, stay up.
I know a lot of guys that's their thing. I work a lot in the realm of comedy, so a lot of my friends are comedians. A lot of them smoke and drink, um, but 9 times out of 10, when it comes to what they do, say before they may be intimate with a woman, 9 times out of 10 they'll drink as opposed to smoke.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? So I get that. I get that sometimes you gotta kind of be cognizant and kind of choose one or the other.
Right.
I would never say, hey, because I would never say, hey, this is going to affect you this way because we don't know. Everybody's
Right.
different. You might get both of them and feel like motherfucker Superman, cape flying in the air and everything. But
That's White Widow. Smoke
but
that. You gonna feel like that.
right. But 9 times out of 10, I feel like one to definitely cancel out the other. Like she said, the
Yeah.
alcohol isn't depressant. Even though a lot of people don't look at it that way, they think they're having
Yeah.
more fun. But alcohol, all actuality, is a
Is
depressant.
a depressant.
So if you're smoking something, say you are on a sativa or you're doing a hybrid and sativa dominant, whatever the case may be, it could very well cancel out that euphoria
Absolutely.
Right.
feeling. You know,
Absolutely.
or if you're smoking something that you think is about to, give you all this energy the alcohol is going to suck that energy right on out because then you're going to be more
Yep.
chill. So it's
Yep.
really understanding the balance. You got to understand your body, understand what
Yep.
you cannot handle, and then how to balance it out.
Absolutely.
If you have to do both, clearly
Absolutely.
you party more
Just
than anybody.
that's just like with everything. Yep. Balance. Clearly.
Yeah, most definitely. So, in keeping with having balance, do you think that cannabis is something for daily use? And just maintaining balance. I know it's probably for daily use, especially if you have a significant reason to, but just on day to day, because I think it's more people who buy it for day to day than who need it for day to day. You know what I mean? Do you think it is definitely necessary? Do you think the world would be a better place? Maybe that's a better question. Will the world
I
be a
think
better
the
Absolutely.
place?
world would be
Everybody
a
was
better
good
place
every
if
day.
everybody had a little bit of
Absolutely.
Oh,
cannabis
the
in
real
real
long way to
life.
ask that question. Like, this
Absolutely.
makes the world better.
One of the things
Absolutely.
that I tell people, there are 4 things that I do daily, every single day without fail. That's prayer, meditation, water, and cannabis.
Hello.
Every day. If I don't do anything else, those 4 things you can count on. That is every single day.
Where's the T-shirt for that? Because
Wh-
that shit
Cousin is
belongs
working on it.
on.
Cousin is working on it.
That shit belongs on
Yes,
a shirt.
every single
I'm so
day.
serious.
Yeah,
Prayer,
And it smells like
meditation,
hot
water,
shit.
and cannabis. That's me
that's
every day.
right. That's
Every
that's
day.
that's her regimen
Every day.
in real life.
She said, and I look
So
fantastic.
Hey, 49 is doing good for me right
And I
now.
look good.
And I attribute it to those 4 things every single day. And cousin is right behind me with that one. So, hey, every
I tell
day.
you what,
I'm
I'm
gonna say
missing at least
I
one of those listeners
medically
today, and I need
this
to
is
get
what
my
I got
life
to do.
together.
Yes, she like it. She like it.
Yes. So the
Yeah,
answer
it's
for
dope
me is
though.
yes, it's necessary every day.
Yes, see, we're gonna have to get together and have some type of session or something. Have a secret sesh or something
Yes.
with
We ain't
with
gotta be no
with
secret. Tell
the
the people I'm coming
with
We
out.
said
love,
ain't
talk,
gonna be
and
no
sex.
secret.
Love, talk, sex, and a sesh.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Hey,
I'm here for it. So that is, look, you guys, I know you all have to stay tuned because Illustrate Radio is now on WEMS, and I'm going to bring these ladies on there too. We're going to have a ball back.
Hey.
yes,
Definitely the all girl squad, all girl team. We should definitely make
Yes.
that a thing.
that's right.
Yes.
That's
Yes.
right. We up all night. Up all
Truly.
night.
Truly.
Eyes open, the
Look,
eyes
Mike
closed.
put my mantra up. Prayer, H2O, meditation.
We
Yes,
meditation. That's
yes.
right.
Ain't nothing wrong
Yes.
with
Prayer
that
and
though. I think
supplication all
sometimes
day.
All day.
there are
Every
a
day.
lot of people who pass judgment on smokers or on people who use CBD. And I get it, but I don't get it. But I feel like there's so many people spending more time passing judgment than being able to heal from it. It's people who legitimately need it from a medical standpoint, are in pain, but they would rather judge than be healed or feel better. Um, as you're growing this business, and just really you guys are putting in the footwork, you're really creating a name. But do you ever meet that? Do you ever come across those people who are just like, nah, I would never, you can't, you shouldn't? And
Absolutely.
when you do, how do you respond? How do you handle that?
Educate them.
Educate them. They don't know about even having an endocannabinoid system. They never even taught us about it. They taught us about respiratory, cardiovascular, the endocrine system, all of the systems, but they left out the endocannabinoid system, which is attached to the nervous system. We need cannabis in real life. You know what I mean? That's why I have all the different healing properties and benefits that it has, because it was created by the Most High for us. I said in His Word that He gave us herbs for medication. What herbs do you think that He was talking about? It's not just the myrrh and the frankincense. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I'm saying? Cannabis is included in that herb that got X out.
Mm-hmm.
They used to use it back in the day for oil, healing oil in real life.
Mm-hmm.
The euphoria has healing properties.
And there are actual
Learn.
medical studies that tell you that, and related to sex, once we have an orgasm, our endocannabinoid system is engaged
It's
automatically,
engaged. It's
automatically
happy. Its
without cannabis.
sensitivity heightened,
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
imagine how much better
and,
it
That's
and
what
would
gives
giving
you
you
have.
that
what you
high.
need.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's what
And
gives
now
you
That's
imagine
a
that.
real
that
high.
with THC. That's without THC. Imagine it with THC now.
Exactly. And then the other thing is, we always fail to realize that the CBD part of the plant is just that. It's a
It's just
herb.
medicine.
It's a herb,
Oh,
just
it
like
is.
frankincense, just like myrrh, just like moringa. All of the different herbs that we use or and should use, especially during COVID.
Mhm.
These are all the things that we should be putting in our body, cannabis included. If
Mm-hmm.
it's just some CBD drops at night before you go to bed, it can make all the difference in the
Yeah.
world on how you sleep and on how you wake up the next day just feeling refreshed.
Yeah.
Put some tincture drops under your tongue
Excuse me.
and chill.
Mm-hmm.
You putting coffee in your system.
Mhm.
Put some CBD in your system when you wake up instead and see the difference.
Most
And
definitely.
CBD don't get you high. It
At
don't
all.
unless you are a person that buy a CBD product that has the legal 0.3% THC in it, then you will get a little something
Buzz. Just a little
because
buzz.
you don't do nothing. But it'll be, I believe, because my dad is definitely one of my uh supporters. Shout
Mm-hmm.
out to my father for
Um,
breaking barriers against my mother.
she didn't mean that, Auntie.
He gets that in, okay? But it gives you that little bit of that you need if it has that 0.3%. But
Mhm.
let's be clear, the CBD that doesn't have it and it's just hemp, you're just focusing on the hemp side. It's no euphoria in him. It's no euphoria in CBD. It's no euphoria in that product that's going to make you feel like anything other than relax. You're not going to have the altered mind like, oh, I just got. You're going to just feel a sense of body high and relaxation all over from head to toe. The receptors in your brain is going to send out the signals to the rest of the whole body. And it's an amazing experience. I remember one day I was driving from the dispensary because the my coworkers, they used to know when I took a Xanax. They would tell me I used to not smoke, do anything when I
Mm-hmm.
first started. I was able to take my drug test for the state and pass because I wasn't a patient. I wasn't doing anything. I just was trying to get a license, just what I'm doing. But after working there and then experience my personality not on any drugs, and then experience my personality taking the medication,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm working with straight white boys. They used to be like, yo, you might as well smoke weed. You're
Hmm.
not yourself. You're different. You're not showing up. You don't have no energy. You're out. You usually got a sunshine personality. And I was down. I wasn't present. I wasn't in a correct mind space off of the drugs. And they knew it. And I didn't even have to tell me. They would ask me, what drug you on today? I'm like, what you talking about? I ain't on the drug. What? Not even want to tell them my business, but they knew my business without me communicating with them because I was different. Now, one day when I said, okay, I'm gonna try this stuff y'all talking about. I'm gonna try something. God, I'm in ministry school. God is on my back because everybody is preaching to me that this is a sin. What?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Okay. So guess what I decided to do? Let me get some of this CBD flower, which isn't the euphoric feeling, and let me try that. Y'all, I almost fell asleep driving, smoking
Mm.
some CBD. I became so over relaxed while in the car, and especially because I had never done anything. It was the powers that be that was able to get me. I was super relaxed, but not feeling high. I didn't
Mm-hmm.
feel high at all. It was a very different experience to have my body go into that, that sensitive of a relaxed state. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm driving my car. So it's real and it really do work.
Okay. All right. I believe it. Look, I am so I know firsthand that it works, and I
Papa,
have
we
my
got
car.
you. We got you on the topical. We
Yeah, the
got you.
topical. Yep, got it.
Yeah, I need some too.
Got it.
Let's just go ahead and send me a shipment. I got you.
Uh-oh. She need one of them boxes.
All
She
right.
need that box.
Definitely. So one thing that um, I've come to appreciate about being high and is that whatever your inhibition was, it definitely will put you in a position to release that.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So, what I would like to know is, have you ever done something high that you would not have done normally in the bedroom?
Yeah.
That's a question for the president.
When you start rubbing back, he's going to be
I have.
do,
uh,
do tell in the most comfortable way that you can. If you don't
um,
tell nothing, that's fine too. But
Come on, Faith.
I want to know.
now,
The people want to know.
Chandelier
um,
swinging. What's happening?
chandeliers weren't swinging, but it was some stuff happening that it wasn't normal. We had toys and yeah,
Oh,
Okay, okay. You
okay.
see,
there were
believe gave you that power.
there were toys involved that normally would not be involved. And yeah,
Okay.
that one was a good session too. That one was actually a good session. That was a good session.
Toys involved. Okay.
I think
Okay. So, but
cannabis.
normally you wouldn't do that.
No,
Oh, okay.
no.
Okay.
I think cannabis during my sexcapades life of trying to get to my soulmate of life when you think you got, I think it definitely allowed me to be free
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
in different situations or spontaneous in a lot of different instances that I would normally probably be a little bit more conservative.
Okay.
So, or different or you in different environments and you like, oh, that thing done kicked in. You like, oh, okay, you feeling like a frog. Now leap. Let's go.
I will say the strain that I had for that one, I specifically remember that because
Mm-hmm.
that was the Granddaddy Purple.
Okay.
That was a Granddaddy Purple strain.
Granddaddy Burp as you playing with them toys. Okay.
Yeah, that
Mm.
definitely did. And that was a Granddaddy Purp out in Cali. That was a Cali Purp. So it was a real different time.
And that granddaddy Perp in Cali used to have you wanting to put on that Superman cape in real life and fly.
That's all I'm trying to say. That's all
Yeah,
I'm trying to say. That
yeah.
is all I'm trying to say. And
It's
Cali,
definitely.
Granddaddy Purple, I was like, yo,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
Matter of fact,
yeah.
that one was so good. I came back the next that was a 2 weekend in a row type thing. I left
Oh,
it there for the next weekend. I'm gonna be back. Yeah, I'm gonna be back
I'm
with
gonna
that
be back.
2 weekends in a row. 2 weekends in a row.
Listen, now I gotta take a trip.
Oh, you
Yeah, make a
definitely
girl
need
want
to
to get
take a
on a
trip to
plane.
the.
Hey,
Yay, do
You
it.
definitely need to
Do
join the
it.
Mile High Club with that flower. It'll
Yeah.
definitely put you on some.
the way
Yeah.
my age and my body built, I don't need this. Because let me tell you,
Please stop. No.
That's you just nah, you gotta get the right strain.
Too, which is the trick about it. Like I love doing it in small spaces, but fuck around and my ass will get stuck.
Stuck.
I be the chick stuck, leg on the bathroom,
I can't.
leg over here. Like, but who's gonna get me down? Who's gonna get me down? Somebody can feed me.
Somebody help me, please.
We gotta invite you out for some cannabis yoga.
Ooh, cannabis and yoga.
Yes, we need to invite you for some cannabis yoga, cannabis boot camp.
Nice.
I could do that. If it's gonna help me to stretch so I can be on the Mile High Club without getting stuck in the bathroom, then yes, I will be there.
Girl, but the thing is, the cannabis gonna make you so relaxed. Your legs gonna be like Twister.
Oh no!
Now, if you're concerned about that, get a strain like Harlequin. That'll help you get your activity on and ease the pain too.
Or the Durban poison.
Durban poison. That's a good one.
Durban poison to have you really out there. Like I could do anything. I could do anything. I could do anything. Stretch me. Hey.
So I know that you all create baskets, which I really, really like that idea, and I love that you all put that much thought into your product and your process. If you had to create your ideal sex basket, okay. This is gonna be a new thing for Valentine's Day, Christmas, you guys. If you had to create your ideal sex basket or freak basket or whatever you want to call it,
she said freak basket.
Hey, what would you give me 4 things that you would put in it? You tell me first, Faith, and then Nima.
When you say 4 things, are you talking about 4 strains or just 4 things in general?
No, 4 things THC related. Period. What would you put in that basket if you had something that you want your customers to get it because you know this is going to heighten their sexual experience? What 4 things are you putting in that basket?
A flower for sure. I would do an oil. I would probably do an oil or a lubricant. An edible, but see, for me now, I've only had solo sexual experiences with edibles, so I don't know. That one is a toss up for me as far as a partnered experience. I've only had a solo sessions with
those experiences are equally awesome.
They are wonderful
with the edibles. Not that I know, but I heard.
No, they are. They're wonderful.
They are definitely wonderful in all instances of everything that you have going on solo. Definitely.
So I would do a flower, an oil, a topical or lube type thing. I would do an infused drink.
Okay.
And more flour.
Okay. What would you put in your basket, Nima?
More flour.
My basket would consist of definitely my trail mix made right here in my trap house. I would definitely make sure I put some bath salts in it, the Epsom salt, the infused Epsom salt. I definitely would want to make sure I put an infused lubricant and a infused massage oil to be able to really get it in.
Oh, that's super sensual.
Hey,
first off, I will buy both y'all baskets.
Hey, we just gonna put all
let me just start there. But I get it though. I get that vision. Like I'm very touchy-feely. I love the giving the bath and the massage and all of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I love that to just the ultimate
process that he needs that basket.
And then just getting up there and working like a part-time job. Like
working like a full-time job. Don't do part-time.
We already discussed my age and my body type.
I already threw mine out there, and if I can do it, you can do it.
Listen, you gotta remember that's the part that's going to X out that age and keep you young.
Exactly.
Girl, you get it in. So we from DC, one leg up. One leg
and put the booty on the floor. Hey.
Hey, and put your booty on the
On the
floor. Put
floor.
your
There you
one leg
go.
up. And put your
And put
booty
your
on the
booty on
floor.
the
Put your
floor.
one leg up. Come on,
And
girl.
put your
What you
booty
talking
on the
about?
floor. There you
You
go.
got to come outside with us. We gonna keep you energized and stretched out.
Sure. Like I said, put that overtime in.
You
Yes.
got to. You got to. You want the partner coming
Overtime is
back.
popping.
Yes. Prophet said he need that basket by next week.
Listen,
ASAP.
he is so
I know
serious.
that's
He
right.
is so
Hey, Prophet,
serious.
you better be putting in the order.
He is
Mm.
so serious. Look, I'm
Yes,
It
so
definitely
indeed.
works. And then you
really.
know me, I get extra cute. Throw you slide in the extra charge for you. I be at Walmart getting them little vibrators that they got. You know, Walmart got some little
Hey.
vibrators now. Throw that in a box for them. You know what I mean? Throw a little candle in there. We ready to go. Let's
Ain't
go.
nothing wrong with that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So I have truly enjoyed having you ladies on. Uh, I think that we need to make something happen. Like, I think we
Let's
need
do
Hey,
to
let's
it.
do
a
it.
Let's
love
do it.
below something
Let's
and
do it.
partner this up and just start hitting their heads with something spectacular. I
Let's
think it'll
do
be
it.
fun. Yes, and I look forward to this basket thing in my mind. Just I want to see the sex baskets. I want to see the
We
sex
got
basket.
we gonna make a sex basket for the show.
Exactly.
I
For
want
your
to see the sex
Tuesday show,
basket.
your CBD and THC show. Call
I
us,
think it'd be
listeners. Y'all let us
fun.
know. We're gonna put y'all some sex baskets together. We can put some sex subscription boxes together.
Yes, that's what we need.
Bedroom
Subscription
candy,
boxes.
get at us. We trying to partner with you, cannabis and
Listen.
some bedroom candy. What y'all want to do?
Hey, cannabis
The
and
candy
bedroom
gotta be
candy.
infused though. Infused
Yes,
candy.
yes.
And
I know you ladies have a lot of fantastic events coming up, and I'm looking forward to being there and being just a part of the process and seeing how you all build. But before we go, I definitely want you to tell my audience about some of the things you have coming up.
Awesome. Faith, you wanna
I
we
think
got
I
some first Fridays coming up in November out in Laurel at Five Sisters event space, but we're going to take over that event space every first Friday in the month. And we're going to be doing a bunch of different infused cannabis events where we'll have infused food there. We'll have infused everything, snacks, chips, drinks, uh, desserts, everything infused, but then also having different events there from puff and paint. You know, we
right.
won't be able to puff. It's not a consumption event, but you will be able to, do whatever you do outside of the building. That's going to be your business. We have nothing to do with that. But all infused THC products in the building will be edible. So you will be able to do that event. We're going to be doing some vendor pop-up events. We're going to be doing what else were we talking about, Faith, the other day? We trying to put some Deep Creek events together and do
Right.
some weekend stuff where we can bring everybody together and talk about our experiences with cannabis, but also just make it a full consumption event where we can all educate each other, do a little meditation, little water, little workout, little weed, little
There you
fishing,
go.
little jet skiing, little ATV ride, just a whole bunch of fun stuff. And then we're gonna do an infused brunch, infused dinner for you guys. We have another event coming up for Halloween. More information on that to come. We're still working out the location, but Halloween we are doing an infused event where it's going to be just all things infused. But yeah, just focusing on finding locations and partnering with people to be able to just bring more events to the DMV area. Just by some Black girls that like to rock out and have a good time and help heal.
Yes, I know that's right. I know that's right. So I definitely want everybody to check them out, you guys. They have two websites. You can find them on Instagram at the Medicanna Bar, THEMEDICANNABAR. And if you can't spell Medicanna Bar, that means you really don't smoke for real. So just put that part out there. And then the other website, the dcclub.com, they also offer a luxury mobile service. You guys will bring your products to your doorstep. So not only do they have the mobile ability to bring you your flour, but then the Medicanna bar is everything that is all your infused foods and drinks. So definitely a variety. And I know most times when people go to dispensaries, you do get edibles, you do get your flour, you might get some good gummies, but you're not gonna get your pound cakes and your lemonades
and your
And your
cookies
peanut
and
butter and
brookies
jelly sandwiches.
and
You're not
brownies.
gonna get them stir fries and
right.
macaroni and
You're not
cheese
gonna get
infused and
exactly.
infused greens and infused barbecue chicken and infused fried chicken and infused fish and infused salmon. What you want? We
That's
doing
what I'm trying to
infused.
tell
We
you.
doing infused
And
pasta
peach
gourmet over
cobblers.
here.
Events, you guys, and they can create a whole meal, a
Hey,
whole
listen,
experience for you and your
the
guests.
desserts. Peach cobbler, out of this
Oh
world.
God.
Out of this world. Out of this world.
The peach cobbler, they say the peach cobbler,
Tastes like candy. Tastes like candy.
stop eating it.
We ate a whole pan. Between 4 people, we ate an entire pan within like 45 minutes.
Oh wow.
No lie. Am I lying?
No. And I had 4 individual pans because I was supposed to take it out and give everybody their individual pan to take with them. Literally, they all just chose to eat all of the peach cobbler together out of one pan as 4 infused fried people do. Cannabis brings us together and makes you kind and loving and makes
and
all
hungry.
the world go by.
So I look forward, you guys. I look forward to having you all come through on Illustrate. I can't wait for that. We're going to bring them on in October. That's going to be phenomenal. But I also I look forward to being a part of your events. I know a lot of people who, when they're having weddings and such, they want to add these types of things to their events, or they want to have tastings or, small events and build like this. So hopefully I could be a connecting point for you all. But
Yes.
I am for it.
Yes.
I am for it. Whatever you need from me, I got your back. Because I
See, the
love
wedding,
women in business, especially women in the DMV who are building, doing their thing, and who are doing it the right way.
Yes.
That makes all the difference. And it's not coming from a place of, oh, let me hit these people's heads and get all their money. It's coming from a place of wanting to heal, wanting to help, and wanted to just really help people to understand and be educated that this is not only something for fun and for recreational use, but at the same time, it can help to heal you from whatever it is ailing you, and hear your success stories. You know what I mean? So I think that is fantastic.
yeah.
I can't wait. So you guys, I will be right back here next week, Tuesday, 9 to 10 p.m. on WEMS Radio. You all make sure you follow your girl at the Love Below _Sex Talk with T Graye. And if you need some sex advice, www.sextalkwithtgraye.com. Make sure you definitely, like I said, follow my guests. Get you a package, get you some of these strains they suggested, blow your life out of the water.
Yes.
It's never too late to try something new. It's never too late to take your experience to a new level. You can have definite, deeper levels of intimacy, stronger orgasms, better physical connection, more intimacy, more intimacy, more intimacy.
Yes.
More intimacy.
Yes.
More intimacy.
Roll you something, smoke you something, take you one of these nice baths, rub your body down, get the lube.
That oil, get that lube. And then get you a J. And then get you a J.
Get you a little J in.
What about your
Pop a brownie back.
Yes. I can't wait. But I will see you all next week. Bye-bye.